Hello again, fellow moviegoers. Today I will be reviewing Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, which is the worst movie and the worst sci-fi trilogy ever made. And let me explain why. Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back was released on May 21st, 1980 by 20th Century Fox. Somehow it ended up being worse than the first film, despite having a different director. In the opening scenes of the film, we see that the rebels are chilling on Hoth, no pun intended. Afterwards, we see Luke riding on a mutant llama to go investigate some bullshit, only to be attacked by the abominable snowman from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Afterwards, Luke escapes, passes out, and then is visited by Ben Kenobi's ghost, who tells him to go to Dagobah to find Master Yoda. Afterwards, he is found by Han, who then shoves him inside the corpse of a mutant llama. Thanks to Han, Luke is saved and makes a full recovery, just in time for the Empire to show up and kick their ass. After the battle, Luke and R2 head to Dagobah to try to find Master Yoda, while Han and crew try to escape the Empire. After Luke and R2 land on Dagobah, they end up finding Master Yoda, who ends up being this hideous Muppet creature who looks like Kermit the Frog's retarded cousin. Well, those life forms look strikingly familiar. They almost look as if they were snakes, iguanas, and monitor lizards. Where have I seen those before? Oh yeah, Earth! That is completely absurd to have us believe that alien life forms on a planet in a galaxy, in a completely separate part of the universe as our planet, would evolve to resemble life that exists on Earth. This movie is ridiculous. While Luke is doing boring horse shit on Dagobah, the Millennium Falcon hides out in a hole in an asteroid, which ends up just being the mouth of a giant space worm. Oh, give me a break! That asteroid worm is an evolutionary impossibility! Come on, people, what does it eat? How does it reproduce? These are the facts you need to explain if you want your movie to be taken seriously. Perhaps George Lucas should have read Origin of the Species by the great Charles Darwin if he wanted to make an actual good movie instead of this piece of garbage! Afterwards, they escape the space worm, do a bunch of bullshit, and eventually escape the Empire. However, little do they know, they are being followed by the most overrated character in cinema history. Han and crew then make their way to Sky City, where they meet up with Lando, the only black man left in the galaxy. He is the last of a dying race, forever searching the galaxy for companionship. Lando ends up betraying them, which sets off Luke's spidey senses, so he flies off to save his friends. Luke fights Darth Vader, Lando changes his mind and helps everyone escape. Darth Vader ends up being Luke's dad, he kicks his ass, and Luke tries to take the coward's way out by throwing himself into a bottomless pit. At the end of the film, Luke gets rescued, and the movie ends on a cliffhanger, because they wanted to rob audiences of more of their money. In conclusion, George Lucas somehow managed to make an even worse movie than that rancid pile of garbage that was Star Wars Episode 4. I give this movie 0 stars. It is a waste of your time. I recommend never seeing it. Tune in next time as I review the final movie in this garbage trilogy, Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. Or as I like to call it, Return of the Bad Writing and Terrible Special Effects!